Hey, what's going on, everybody? So today I just came down, made a couple of measurements, did some cutting on the two front pieces because all we did was cut them to angle. They're sitting right there. We didn't end up getting them welded in at Brian's house, which is no big deal. I got them fit so that way I could kind of custom fit them to where I wanted them, where I thought they would look good and best fit. And then tomorrow we'll go through and we'll do from the strut tower down to the frame rail. But we're just out of time today. I need to get back home. Anyway, these are in. Got them welded into the plate. These tabs won't stay. They were just kind of a reference guide to sit up against the fender. So that way I kind of had an idea where I wanted everything to sit. That way all the body lines kind of matched up. Well, not so much the body lines, but just that way these were somewhat close to level, and they're pretty dang close. So that turned out pretty good. And then tomorrow, like I was saying, I'll take these bigger pieces. And I already kind of decided that this angle right here, probably that angle right there is what I'm probably gonna end up going with. I don't know if you guys can see that. Something like that. We'll cut that down to size. Actually, it'll fit back here a little bit because that's about where the plate's at. We'll bring it just flush with probably this bar right here. And I think that'll work for what I'm trying to do for now. And that's what I'll do tomorrow. So once I get that squared up and going, I'll show you some clips of that. And then once both sides of that are all welded in, I'm actually going to take this out, subframe, and I'm going to do this mod where you cut this out, slide the rack forward. That'll probably give me a little better angle. We'll turn this back just a touch, get an extension for that, but that'll give that probably a little bit better angle. And then that'll help with some steering geometry. And then once that is all complete and figured out, we'll go ahead and strip the whole bay. I decided that since these Z32 brakes that came with the car are kind of stuck, we're just gonna go ahead and take the whole brake lines out, windshield wiper piece out. We'll sand it all down, and then we're just gonna paint the entire bay. Just be way simpler that way. I'm kind of a perfectionist, and I don't wanna sit here and tape all of this off. I'd rather just pull everything out, tape off the backside, sand everything down, paint it, and then put it all back together. That way I know it's done right. So stay tuned for that. It's so close. So close. I gotta pull it back a little further. Actually, that's pretty good. That right there. Made some reference lines right there, holding it flush up at the top. Trying to go about center here, just like we did on this side. Getting closer. Put a couple little tacks in here to hold her in place. suffice. Alright guys, we're gonna finish welding this bar in. Going real nice and slow. A few beads here, a few beads there. Just make sure things don't get hot, start warping on me and moving around. And then I'm gonna call it good for today, because it's hot in my shop and I'm out of water. So, cheers to you. Hey, what's going on, fellow car enthusiasts? So the last time you guys saw, I just got the tube front completely done up on this and welded all in. And then I decided to go ahead and strip the rest of the engine bay, sand everything down, so that way I can get ready to paint it, because then I can really actually move on. So here it is. I decided to actually go ahead and stitch weld this back together. Well, not back together, but together to help with a little bit of support. Haven't got that far yet. Just sanded it down, blew it off with the air hose. But you can see that I have started sanding. So we'll stitch this up real fast, sand it down, wipe everything down, and get ready to paint. Yes! Alright guys, we got this strut towers tacked into place on top, so we're gonna get ready to go ahead and use some Dupcolor prep spray to remove all the wax and grease and oils and all that crap from the surface that we're gonna paint. So here we go, we'll get after it. Hose, I need to tape off a few of those holes. Oops, we'll get back to that. Alright friends, just got the engine bay all sanded down, all the wax and grease and grime removed. So here we go. Didn't worry about this part too much because you're not going to see too much of that. I'll paint over it. I just didn't prep it real well. Not too worried about that part. Got a little gun because this is just going to be a rattle can job. It's a race car, so not too worried about it. Going to start out with this first coat here, and then we'll move on to some metallic silver. I think it looked pretty sweet. So catch you guys in a bit. Hey, what's going on everybody? So we just got the front end all finished up on the car for the most part. It's painted, it's got the clear coat on it. We have the brake booster back in. I have the clutch master cylinder back in, brake lines back in. So come check it out. There she is. Pretty happy with the way it turned out. So now we can start trucking along and getting the subframe back in after I finish doing the modification on it. Then we can start putting, you know, the motor, radiator, intercooler, all that good stuff in. But yeah, I'm pretty excited about it. Turned out pretty good. So that's gonna wrap it up for this video. Thanks for checking it out. Sorry it's been kind of time consuming and grueling, but that just kind of shows you what it takes to be able to tube front a car and things like that. Just doing it in a garage out in the middle of nowhere. I don't have like any lights or anything, so it's all just done during like a few hours after work. But you know, hey, you work with what you have is what I'm trying to say. Man, that was a tongue twister. Sorry about that. But anyway, like, subscribe, and stay tuned because I'm starting on the subframe modification for this thing, and we'll get that finished, get it in the car, and we'll keep trucking and do some more cool things. Like I said, get the motor, transmission in, get this car back up on the road so we can go burn some rubber. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate it. Stay tuned.